It's Richard Geller here. The Wall Street Journal is carrying an article today that's talking about the 3,000 small U.S. banks that are facing huge losses on commercial real estate loans. And these are real estate loans that were made for shopping centers, offices, hotels, and apartments, as they say here. Now, these are not the too big to fail banks, the ones like Citibank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase. Those banks are continually being bailed out by the government, who's printing trillions of dollars to bail out the banks. These are the so-called community banks. And in fact, they're the ones that have really made the bulk of the real estate loans for this kind of commercial property. And this is a congressional report that talks about almost 3,000 banks that have a huge exposure that exceeds all their capital, and which means they're really technically insolvent. And it talks about it being a $1.5 trillion problem. The reason it's a big problem is that, as this article points out, about $1.4 trillion in commercial real estate loans is coming due. Commercial real estate loans are not made like for 30 years like a mortgage, a residential mortgage. They're made for 3 to 5 years, and the vast amount of loans were made over the past 3 to 5 years that are just coming due. Those loans are coming due just when the banks are not lending, when the commercial mortgage-backed securities market is collapsed. And so what that means is that these all have to be written down. They all have to be modified. In some cases, there has to be short sales, but in many cases, the owners of the property are doing a fine job managing them. It's just that, through no fault of their own, their property loans are too high and they need to be lowered. And in this marketplace, there's a huge opportunity for you to come in and introduce these distressed properties to hedge fund operators, private equity fund operators who do have cash and are interested in these kind of deals. If this all makes sense, what I want you to do is, if you're seeing this on YouTube, I want you to visit. Let me get you the URL up here. There it is, commercialfundingmillions.org. There's some free videos, there's free training that teaches you how to take advantage of this remarkable crash in commercial properties by introducing people who need money with hedge funds, private investors, and a few other institutions that are still lending. You don't need a license in most places to do this, maybe anywhere. You can do this part-time or full-time, and a lot of the training is available for free, so just go to commercialfundingmillions.org. Hope this has been helpful. Richard Geller, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.